Rincon is nice though. I mean, it's a pretty town.
It's got a cool vibe. Yeah. I really like it. In April 2021, real estate broker Wil Leammon took me all over the northwest side of the island. This is the last in a series of videos, and today we're looking at Rincon.
I bet you that's like a $400,000 house right there.
Because we're officially in Rincon now.
Yep.
So there's this Rincon premium.
Yep. You say Rincon, especially if you say Punta Rincon.
Yeah.
You can buy a shack for like $500,000.
Wow.
But because it has Rincon on there,
right?
There's a certain premium you can add to it.
It's like Dorado versus Vega Alta.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Or like I have a house right on the border of Añasco and Rincon, and the house is awesome. It's a hop, skip, and a jump to its own private beach.
Wow.
And we struggled selling it for $225.
Wow.
If it would have had a Rincon address, I could have sold that house for twice as much. We'll go to Añasco on the way back.
Oh yeah, I did turn there. This Karma Honey Project. I've seen this. They have one of these in Dorado. It's some kind of farming thing. I want to find out more about it. When I was driving down the detour, I noticed they had like a glamping type tent and container buildings and, you know, some cool looking awnings. I'm like, oh, they're doing one of those kind of projects.
There's some pretty houses out here.
Yeah.
You got some views. Not always the ocean views, but
sometimes the mountain views are just as nice.
What they don't tell you is that when you get here in the mountains, I mean, when you hear the cokies and the birds and at night go off, it's like it's pretty cool. I mean, you just listen to what's, you know, nature's music, I guess. I tell you, when I first moved here, I was white knuckling everything.
Yeah.
I'm gonna die. I'm gonna make this turn. I'm gonna get hit. And now it's like, no big deal anymore. You don't realize you don't realize how big a road is until you get on a road where you think it's only a one-car road, and you realize, oh crap, I got room for both cars to go through here.
Right? Yeah. I remember my first drives in the mountains. It was freak out city.
Yeah. And believe it or not, there's not that many accidents here. What's crazy too is that they actually have a fall here that happens like in the winter, and that's when all the trees start losing their leaves.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, like right now, all the trees are losing their leaves, which usually that's when all the trees are blooming.
So the flamboyants, they come back in June, is it?
I have no idea. I skipped that day of class. I have no idea.
I feel like we're just a hair early for those.
So I actually sold the house right down on there. I know exactly where we're at now. They were a couple from Missouri. They were just going to buy a little vacation home where they could stay a couple months. Once they moved here, they realized, you know what? We're just going to live here permanently. So they stay here permanently now.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, they absolutely love it. Thursday nights, they have the art festival here.
Yeah.
Local vendors bring out all the really cool stuff. Wow, this place is cheap. One of the best coffee places.
Ooh, I'm gonna try that.
And that's one of the best restaurants is right here. There's some
Really?
Yeah. It's a cool little town. You're not that far away from some of the cool beaches over here, so we'll take it right up here by the surfing map. There's a bunch of cool little stores that are popping up over here. It's kind of cool. So the locals call Rincon Gringolandia.
That's funny. We need to do the show around that.
Yeah. So today in Gringolandia.
We went to the beach house. Somebody recommended it for the views.
On the cliff,
and you know, they said the food was okay, but the drinks were decent and the views were amazing. It was totally Gringoland there for sure.
Yeah. and the prices reflected too.
Ooh, there's a project.
And you know somebody's trying to figure out who owns it,
right?
Where they're at, and title work. But like I was showing a property, so this is a popular spot down here too.
Yeah, we found this beach. This was a nice place to hang out for a while. Yeah, somebody was telling me that I met yesterday. He's been living here 3 years and he's been looking for a place to buy, and he just says it's been so difficult because the realtors, they don't return phone calls, and nobody returns phone calls, and it's just hard to get information. He was thinking he should change his cell phone number to a local number. I'm like, well, that might help, because he's got a...
Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't.
Really?
Yeah, but the other thing is that what I find out too, the biggest problem with some gringos that come here and buy, they want to lowball everything.
Yeah.
Because they think that, I'm trying to help Puerto Rico survive. And I'm like,
yeah,
they're not surviving, they are thriving.
Yeah.
And, when you're lowballing, it's ridiculous. Now, are some of the places, this is a really cool coffee spot over here.
Yeah.
Are some of the places overpriced? Yeah, but they're not, when you come in here and offer half the price because you think that Puerto Rico needs your help, they don't. It's ridiculous. I've had to tell clients, I had one recently, I had like a 3,000 square foot house, an acre on the beach. I said, great, what's your budget?
Yeah.
150,000. I said, okay, what you're looking for is a unicorn, and I'm in the business of selling real estate, not hunting unicorns. I'm not the agent for you. Oh, there's deals out there. I'm like, I know. There are. Not like that. And you're on the wrong island. And they get mad at me. I'm just like, hey, I'm just telling you like it is. You're not going to waste my time.
Right.
But
so half off is unreasonable, but I know sometimes properties are overpriced. I mean, if they're overpriced, can you offer 20% off?
Yeah. I mean, you definitely, you can do that. You got to remember, so a lot of people don't understand. So the real estate industry, the way how it is today, wasn't really established until 1993 here.
Oh.
Before that, it was just like, whatever. It was like the Wild West. Real quick. So all this land right here is owned by one family.
Oh yeah, I love this property.
Everybody is afraid to develop it. But it's going for $1 million an acre at least. At least that's the last time I heard. But
so they are willing to sell it.
They are willing to sell it, but whoever is the first person to actually break ground and develop it, be careful. This is just kind of like untouched land that they want to keep untouched.
So the neighbors will probably protest.
Yeah, you'll get a lot of crap.
So you'll be the guinea pig.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So, but I mean, look at the land though.
It's amazing.
But,
donkeys.
Yeah.
So cute.
Look at the houses up on the cliff.
Oh yeah.
You got this house, these houses right here.
Yeah, that's.
So, so the industry is fairly new here, and so you still got a lot of old school people here, and what they're used to is throwing up a price, and then some gringos would come and pay cash, not even think twice.
Yeah.
So this current wave that's coming in here, it's a little bit more educated, a little bit more, not educated, but a little bit more savvy.
Yeah.
And they want to make sure, so it's kind of irritating some of the realtors because they actually have to do homework. and the data is not all there either. You gotta, you gotta hunt that stuff down.
Yeah.
This right here, this beach is a really cool little spot right here. It's called Domes.
Right.
And Steps. And this is where a lot of surfing contests are.
Oh, cool.
Right along here. And your beach house you're talking to is right up there.
Right. So it's got a protected view.
Yeah. So it's kind of cool because you can come down here, find a tree.
Yeah.
Get some shade.
Nice. So what did happen to your windshield? Was it a coconut or what happened?
Rock.
Oh my God.
Trucks, yeah.
Was it always this big or did it grow?
No, it grew.
How long have you been working on this one?
About 6 months.
6 months? Yours is better than mine.
Yeah, well, you don't have the cold and the heat to keep letting that thing expand, right?
I guess not.
So here's another popular beach. You usually see surfers here all the time. It's kind of hard to see because of vegetation.
It's pretty though. Nice places to park and chill. There's your little wet nuclear reactor.
Yeah. It's the
decommissioned, right?
Well, depends on who you talk to. There's a lot of stuff on this island that there's some mystery to this island and military.
Oh my God, there's so many secrets.
Yeah.
Not just military, but all kinds.
Yeah. But look, you got the surfers out there right now.
Oh,
Look at the
yeah.
waves, man.
Nice.
This is why Rincon became Rincon, because of this right here.
So what else do you tell people who are thinking about buying here? You'd say rent first for 6 months. Don't come and try to lowball everything. What are your other top tips?
You got to be patient. It's kind of like, you know, the U.S. being Google and Puerto Rico being the Dewey Decimal System. Things just don't get done as fast here. And for instance, to get a title work done in the States, it literally takes minutes because everything is digital.
Yeah.
We're here, they actually have to walk down to the registry, which is the equivalent of the county's recorder's office. And it could take a week or 2 weeks just to get a simple title search done.
Yeah.
So things just aren't as the way how their systems are and everything. So you got to be super, super cautious, and you got to do your due diligence too. If you're gonna pay something in cash, especially, get a good attorney, get a good agent. I've seen some stuff on the forums that say, "Oh, you got to get like 10 buyers agents because nobody answers you back or nothing like that." You don't. If you find a good agent here, answers the phone, does their job,
right?
Then you don't need a bunch of agents. But there are agents here that will not co-broke, meaning they don't want any other agents involved. There's a lot of them don't answer their phone. So the same struggles that you were having, I'm having as an agent. I do it every day. That's why I have my team that kind of does that for me. And it's not just my team, it's your team as well.
Right.
So when you work with me, you don't only just get me, you get my 2 assistants that are really good at what they do.
That's good.
But you definitely need to, find out what area you want to be in and explore that before you even, look at houses. I mean, get familiar with the island and exactly why you're coming here. Now, if you're just looking for an Airbnb, do your homework. Find out how many Airbnbs there are in that area, because like Rincon right now is getting oversaturated. And people are dropping their fees just to compete. And that's not fun. So look at other areas like Isabela, Maguada, Aguadilla, they're not as popular as Rincon, but you can still get the Airbnb money that you're looking for. The other thing is too, is like I said, you gotta be patient. Find a good attorney. The attorneys here are the ones that close on the loans. It's not a title company or nothing like that. So definitely get a good attorney.
So if you're paying cash, what do you do about the title insurance? Do you just call up somebody? Does your attorney take care of it?
Your attorney takes care of that, and make sure they're a decent attorney. Here's the thing, is that the transaction after you close is not done for the attorney, but a lot of attorneys end it right there as well. And what you need to do is you need to make sure that they record everything after you close. Most of the time they don't. So you keep your original, because nothing is done digitally here. So when you get your deed, your sales deed, pay extra money, you get 2 originals. Keep one in a safe and the other one wherever you keep your normal paperwork at. Because odds are it'll usually take years for that thing to get recorded at the registry.
Years to be recorded?
It could take years to do that. Now, if you have a good attorney, he'll get it done pretty quick.
Right.
But like when we bought our house, it took us 18 months. And we had to get on top of our attorney to do it. So I have a couple of attorneys I work with that are really good at getting that stuff done.
That's good.
So if you're paying cash, get buyer's title insurance. That is a huge indication. If you can get buyer's title insurance, that means the insurance company,
it's insurable.
The house is insurable. Your title has no red flags on it. If they won't issue title insurance, well, guess what? There's an issue with your property.
So you need to actually make the contract contingent upon that.
Yes, you got to do that. And not only that, but the debt. We're in the States. The debt, like if you owe taxes or utilities, the debt follows the client. Here, the debt stays with the house. So if you don't do your due diligence, you can get you could inherit it. You could inherit a property tax bill of, which I've seen this happen, of $40,000.
Oh my
I had
gosh.
somebody that paid cash. They told them to do their due diligence.
Yeah.
They said, "Oh, the guy's a nice guy." Okay. Well, that nice guy ended up letting him inherit about a $40,000 property tax bill. Here's a property right here. It's an acre. I actually know this guy. I've actually get up here, but it goes down the hill as well.
Yeah.
And he's selling this piece of property for $1.9 million.
Wow. It's a nice piece, though.
Yes, it is. And
You think you'll get it?
I don't know. It's been sitting there for a while. Somebody will. This is considered Puntas, which is like, I guess you want to say, like the Beverly Hills of Rincon. This is where you want to be at.
Nice views. Oh yeah, we came down here for lunch at Casa Islena.
Hey, just stop right in the middle of the road. It's okay.
Yeah, this is super cute down here.
Yeah, super expensive too. But yeah, it is super cool down here. You get a place down here and you're doing all right.
Yeah.
But yeah, you definitely want to get buyer's title insurance to protect you. Get whatever house that you buy,
Yeah.
get it inspected by a reputable inspector.
Yeah.
I don't care how nice the guy is or whoever.
Right.
Do your due diligence.
Yeah.
And again, if you're working with a realtor that doesn't suggest all that, I'd suggest you find yourself another realtor.
What are your tips for sellers if they have a property and they want to sell it here? What do they need to know if they've never sold in Puerto Rico before?
It's make sure your paperwork is intact, your title work, make sure your taxes, make sure whoever you hire, find out what their marketing strategy is.
Yeah.
Because most agents will post it on one website once, throw a sign up, and hopefully it'll sell.
That's it.
Yeah, I mean,
that's the plan, huh?
that's the plan. Find out what their marketing strategy is.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to be paying them enough. Make sure that they earn their money. Make sure that you're priced right, too. I see a lot of people that want to sell their house, and I just had one this morning, wanted to sell for $135. I blew comps and I said, hey, it's only worth about $110.
Yeah.
And so, you know, she didn't know. She just thought what she knows in the States and going, hey, you know what? This is what I would get in the States. I should get it here.
Yeah.
But it just doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, but make sure your house is priced realistically. If you're going to hire an agent out here, make sure they tell you like it is, not what you want to hear. If they're just agreeing everything on what you're saying, then that's not the agent you want.
Yeah.
Your agent should tell you like it is, not what you want to hear. But that's what I would do if you're going to sell it on your own. Make sure you're priced right.
Yeah.
And you know, make sure you post your houses where people are going to see it. So understand where people here are looking for houses. But you know, your database is only so big. If you get a good real estate agent, they should be able to sell your house for you.
Right.
By the way, all these little houses that you see right here,
Yeah.
$300,000.
For the littlest
Yep.
fixer houses.
Yeah.
Wow.
This house right here. This house right here.
Uh-huh.
I almost sold it. Sold for $375,000.
How long ago?
This was in the summer,
Oh, wow.
right after COVID. Yeah. That same house in Aguadilla or Aguada.
Yeah.
Sold for about $150,000.
Wow.
But you're in Puntas,
So it's called Puntas
Puerto Rico, or
Puntas.
Puntas Rincon.
Puntas Rincon.
Yeah. You
Okay.
just say Puntas and
People get it.
uh-huh.
So this is the Primo neighborhood.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that place. It's got a gate and some lions,
Big old line.
cameras. Fancy.
Siegfried and Roy's place. You guys know what that was.
Oh, yeah.
Growing up in Vegas, you know, Siegfried
Right.
and Roy is before you got eaten by a
The tiger. Yeah, that was sad.
But yeah, I mean, it's not hard to. It is a different place to buy and sell here. It's just they don't use the MLS like
Right.
they should. But yeah, no, you definitely buying a house here is different. The processes are different. The attitude's different. Like I said, there's a lot of agents that just don't answer the phone. There's no sense of urgency. It's pulling teeth. I mean, matter of fact, what's today? Today's Monday, right?
Yeah.
So on Friday, I was showing an out-of-town client 3 houses by the same agent.
Yeah.
He was ready to make an offer.
Yeah.
The agent stood me up.
Wow. For the showings?
Yeah. After we verified that we were coming.
Oh my God.
Stood us up. Yeah. It's not the first time that's happened to me.
Yeah.
The other thing is too is that most of the agents are going to want you to get pre-qualified.
Yeah.
And you need to show proof of getting qualified by a bank or proof of funds if you're paying cash.
That's good to know. That's becoming more common in the States too.
It should. I mean, it should be like that.
Yeah.
And even a pre-qualification. If the bank is not pulling your credit, verifying your income, verifying your assets, that's not a pre-qualification. And he's doing no justice for you. That whoever you're getting your financing through should be pulling your credit, making sure there's no issues on your credit.
Yeah.
You should be providing your tax returns and pay stubs to make sure there's no income issues.
Yeah.
You should be providing your bank statements, your investment accounts to make sure there's no assets issues.
Yeah.
And because you want to know that when you make an offer on a house that you qualify for it, because it is an emotional thing.
Right.
And there's nothing worse than falling in love with the house, or your wife or your girlfriend falls in love with the house, or your husband.
Yeah.
And whoever's the more emotional one, and you crushed their dreams because you can't qualify. And I've seen it happen over and over again. And I used to be a lender for 20 years, so I've been on both sides.
So, on the island, you have lenders that you recommend?
Yes, I have 2 of them that are really good. One that's really, really good, and another one just in case she's not available. And what I mean by good is they do exactly what I was just talking about. They call you back. That's another thing too is sometimes people don't call you back. It's just different because here in the States, the loan officers, you're paid 100% commission.
Yeah.
Or mostly commission. So if you don't close the loan, you can't pay the bills.
Right.
You go starving.
So you're motivated.
Yeah. Here it's the opposite. You get paid a salary. So if it closes, that's great. If it doesn't, so what? I still get paid.
That's interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So the sense of urgency here is just, there isn't any.
Yeah. Wow.
So you got to think about that. That's why a lot of people, that's why their 60-day closings minimal.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember in the States, everybody complains they didn't get it done in 2 weeks. Now we're lucky we get it done in 2 months.
Yeah, well, here it seems to be 90 days is the norm since COVID.
Well, a lot of news has an excuse, too. I have one that we wrote up in June.
Yeah.
And we might get closed this month.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. And that's through it's through the biggest bank here on the island. Yeah, there's a house up there, by the way.
Oh.
So look at this house right here. It's this house.
That little thing.
All this land right
so
here.
So cute. This one's cool too.
Yeah, that's new.
Yeah, I like how they did it sort of old style country, but infinity pool.
Yeah,
There's
so these
the
are, I mean,
beach.
the dirt itself is just, it's over $1 million a piece right here.
What are they doing up there on the hill, do you know?
Somebody's building a ginormous house.
I bet. That'll be cool.
Yeah. Or a development. I think that's a development that's going in.
What's sort of the normal pricing in Rincon versus the luxury? Like, what's the luxury threshold?
As in...
like, price point.
Price point. Well, Rincon is its own different animal. It's like, they kind of fall in the same place as... like Dorado and Palmas del Mar and Macau. You can get if you get one of these 3,000 square foot homes on an acre here, let's just keep it that 3,000 square foot homes on an acre.
Yeah.
In the Rincon, I mean, it can cost you, depending on where in Rincon, it can cost you $1 million to $3 million.
Okay.
You can get that same house, same setup, with view and everything in Aguadilla for $400,000 to $600,000.
Wow, that's a big difference.
Aguada, yeah, same thing. Aguada would be even cheaper than that. Isabela, probably the same as Aguadilla. If you go to like the Quebradillas or Camoy, which nobody pays attention to, or even Vega Alta, like you were saying earlier.
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking $200,000-$300,000.
Yeah.
So, and it's the people that are coming here driving that price, because just like we did when we first explored Puerto Rico, Rincon always came up. Rincon, right?
Yeah.
So, when that always comes up, then you, of course, you're attracted to it, and you think that's the only spot to go, and then you start exploring, and then we discovered, you know, what I showed you today, Isabela, Villa, and you realize, oh, there are other options.
Yeah.
And so once you figure that out, then you realize your dollar can go a whole lot farther. But it just depends on where you want to be at. You know, people like the vibe here.
Yeah.
They don't want to drive to it. They'd rather live by it. So, I mean, if you want to be down here because it has a certain vibe, then you're going to pay for it.
Right.
You know, where, you know, if you go like Camoy, right? There's some places in Camoy or even Arecibo that are just beautiful.
Yeah.
But it's just not on the radar. So you want to get to those places now where it's cheap.
Yeah.
Until the rest of, you know, but it's starting to become popular as more and more people discover Puerto Rico and get over the initial, you know, fears of Puerto Rico, like, oh, does it have power? Does it have water?
Right.
You know, we have power and water.
How are the roads? Yeah.
I know. Is it safe?
Yeah.
You know, once you come out here and discover, like, wow, this is a really special place, and it really is. It's a special place.
Yeah.
People have been through a lot, and they're very humble. You know, when you talk to when I go pick up my daughter from school, and I talk to some of the kids, and this guy's gonna T-bone me. That have been through Maria, and you talk to these kids, you know, these teenagers that experience that, they talk with such humbleness. You're just like, wow, like you always feel guilty, like you're complaining about all this stuff, and this kid didn't know where he was going to eat, didn't know, you know, he didn't have a roof over his head because the house literally blew away.
Right. Yeah. Puts life in perspective.
Yeah, and it's a special place.
Yeah.
But every town kind of has its vibe. I always tell people, come, if you've never been here, spent that much time here, rent first, or come out for a minimum of 2 weeks, and don't do the tourist thing, do the local thing. Go to the grocery store, go to the bank, open up an account, go to Walmart, go get some gas. Gas, right?
Yeah.
Let's just talk about just getting gas.
Oh God, go for it.
I mean, if you're over 35 years old, it gives you flashbacks, but just to get gas, you are not prepaying at the pump.
Right. Even if they have the buttons, you're not prepaying.
You have to park, you have to go inside, tell them how much you want.
No, wait in line first.
Oh yeah, you gotta wait in line. Yeah, you gotta wait in line because the person at the front doesn't know what the hell he's doing.
Yeah.
Whether it's the client or the cashier.
Right.
And you gotta wait, and then you give them the card, go back out.
And your ID, I found out in some places.
Some places, yeah.
Yeah.
And then most of the handles don't have that little thing where you just click it and it pumps itself.
Oh, we bought one off of Amazon.
You actually got to hold it, but I do it the Puerto Rico way. I just stick my cap in there and it turns it. And
that's
very
smart.
Yeah. So, you know, I sit there and I mean, it's not an in and out gas thing. You know,
no, it's 20 minutes minimum.
At least 20 minutes. So like even the simple stuff and as long as you know that and you're okay with it, you're fine. But it teaches you to slow down too.
It does.
You know, and like, you know, you go buy some fruit. You know, you buy some fresh stuff.
Super fresh. Yeah.
Like you can, like if you're gonna be homeless, this is the best place to be at because you got great weather.
Yeah.
And you literally can walk down the street and feed yourself.
Totally. There's food everywhere.
Yeah. It's awesome. I mean, it's just it's a really cool place, and most of the time, people, if they see, they'll probably bring you food.
Do you know what? You don't see a lot of homeless people on the island because I think the families take care of each other.
Yeah, they do. Except, you know, the intersections, you got panhandlers, right?
Oh, well, yeah.
I need some food. I'm like, you got $60 shoes on, man. I'm like, you're not broke.
Though I see them more as entrepreneurs.
Tax-free entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
Act 2022 people.
Right.
Local Act 2022.
Right.
But I always look at the shoes. People are like, I've had people ask me like, when do you know when to donate and not? And I said, look at their shoes. If you're broke like you say you are, you're not going to have a fresh pair of Nikes on.
Right. You'll have some holy things with your toes falling out.
Yeah, you have shoes at all, man.
Yeah.
I saw somebody with cardboard and duct tape. And I was like, dude, you
That's
do need
legit.
some help. Here, let me give you here's $20. This place right here got really messed up, but what's cool in there is there's a Kaji Kembo school, which is a type of martial art.
Oh, wow.
And one of the best Kaji Kembo schools in the entire world is actually here in Puerto Rico.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
They have a school in Aguadilla, and they have one in Rincon and in Aguada. They're all part of the same system with the Grand Master here. It's one of the best in the entire world.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. We never thought it was in Puerto Rico. So we're going the back way towards Añasco and Mayagüez, which is when you don't want to go through the mountains and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It seems like it's longer, but really once you get on the highway 2, it's a straight
A lot
shot
faster?
back. Yeah.
Okay. Hey, so yeah, that's it. We're done. What do I say? Thanks to Wil for spending all this time showing us all the great places to invest. And if you're interested in property in this part of the island or any part of the island, I will put Wil's contact information down below in the description, and you can reach out. Thank you so much for watching, Wil. Thanks.
Hey, thank you. It was fun to show part of the island. I know you were here 4 years.
Yeah.
And I got to show you some spots that you didn't know about. So it's really, really cool. And yeah, if you need anything else, let us know.
All right. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Do clients ever get scared on these roads, like when you're driving around?
Yeah, they do. My assistants get scared. Sometimes I get distracted, but I've been driving these enough to where, it scares the crap out of people when they drive. I'm like, is it me or is it the roads?
I think it's the roads.
Yeah, because the roads are a little tight, they're a little narrow. You don't know what the other person's thinking.
It's funny, I was talking to somebody who lives in Rincon, and I was like, yeah, it seems like they really fixed up the roads a lot since I've been here. And she's like, what do you mean? I said, well, all the places I drive, like San Juan and Dorado, they were a lot better than they used to be. This is a real Puerto Rico right here.